Well, I'm about to do a quick redo for lichdom, the battle mage for the Xbox One. I got it from GameFly, and I started playing it. It has a cool combat system. If you hit the left trigger, you get to block. If you have the right trigger, you can do magic spells. And by hitting B, Y, or X, you could switch between 3 spells. It's really cool. You don't have cooldowns. You get to, there's fire, lightning, necromancy, corruption, which shoots parasites at people. The story isn't anything to write home about. You could not really pay attention to the story and just go. The only problem is, as you progress through the game, it gets more and more cheap. So, by cheap I mean you have dark rooms with all these people in it. You can't see what you're doing, and your spells automatically level up. Now, one of the things I think they really put an emphasis on is crafting, or cooking as they call it, where you can take 2 spells and any 2 abilities, merge them together with a certain spell. So fire, you can make it stronger. You can do homing. You can increase the damage, the mastery, whatever. And as you use the powers, they level up. So you don't have to put points into it, but you can, the more you use the power, it just levels up. And if you want to, you could do a corruption, put parasites on them, then use fire, and then hit them with chain lightning. But the enemies are all randomized where they are, so they're not always in the same spot. But it doesn't go into detail about, the only way you know the story is this little orb thing shows up. You click on them and you see these little ghost people walking around. If I was to look at it, the story's pretty weak. There's not a multiplayer. I don't think the game has replay value, unless you're into making your own spells, which I'm really not into crafting and all that bullshit. So it really doesn't apply, and sometimes it's unresponsive. Like, you will hit left trigger and they won't do anything, but you could just hit the right trigger all day and it goes and takes out all the enemies. There's not really a lot of effort into it. I've played about 10 hours into the game, about gameplay, tried mixing different spells. The game gets pretty boring pretty fast. It is super repetitive. Now, I know all video games are repetitive, but lichdom is really super repetitive. The music isn't that good. The gameplay mechanics are good, but you're not really ever sure where to go, so you're always hitting the left bumper over and over and over and over again, so you can know where to go. So it's all about trying to figure out where you're supposed to go. What are you doing? And to me, that's not fun. The game has some cool ideas. I really wish they would have expanded upon the story, put more into that. You're always fighting the same type of enemies. I wish they would change that up. And they just, I don't think the game's really that good. I don't think a lot of people receive it that well. To me, it was a dud, even though I got it through GameFly. Now, would I have spent money on this? No. Probably would have waited for Redbox or something else. But I really think the game they could have put something else into it, a little bit more, make it more engaging than just go a little bit. And all the areas look the same, because you go down hills, you go around corners, and all they'll do is they'll change it from, oh look, it's snowing, oh look, it's a bridge, oh look, it's stone, oh look, another cave, oh look, another cave, oh look, another cave. There's not much to it. It's a pretty low-key game. Out of 10, I would probably get it a 4.3 out of 10. I expected a whole lot more. I wish it was a better game. So, it was a 4.3 out of 10 to me. It could be a whole lot better. This is my review of the lichdom, the battle mage, and I will see you next time for more gaming reviews and news here on Chucky's Funhouse.